What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, about a handful of days ago, I put out a video discussing why I think having a yearly release when it comes to Call of Duty is being destructive for the overall community. Again, not because of developers needing more time, so on and so forth, even though those are very crucial aspects, but just because people, us gamers, don't have enough time to form a solid community, a solid idea behind a Call of Duty game, because they are literally flying out the door every single year. And I saw a post on Reddit that, again, kind of further clarifies this idea, this concept that I put together on why I think yearly releases are killing Call of Duty. And it further proves my point, and it really showcases the Call of Duty cycle in its truest form. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep, if you guys are interested in seeing more content just like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time. And of course, if you guys are interested in any live streams, I do that pretty much daily besides Sundays over on Kick. I have a link to that down in the description of this video. And those streams usually go live around 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern time. All right, so like I said, I saw a post over on Reddit the other day. And the title says, does anyone else feel the game has gotten less fun? Going into the actual, post itself, same as title, but with the horrible spawns, constant camping, having to sweat my balls off just to get a few kills. It's not fun. The only reason I play it is to play with my dad, and even then, it still changes nothing. Does anyone feel the same way? Would like to see what others think. And of course, I feel like a lot of others are sharing the same opinion, and it's the reason why I titled this the way I titled the video, how Call of Duty is indeed slowly bleeding out. It's slowly dying. Even if it does improve, even if developers start to listen like they are now with Sledgehammer Games doing a phenomenal job with feedback towards Modern Warfare 3, even if all the stars align, I personally think that this yearly cycle is going to slowly bleed out this franchise, no matter how good the games get. Because people... Let me say this. Call of Duty has been out for ages now. It is one of the most OG titles you can think of when you think of, a first-person shooter. If you bring up that term, that topic, everybody will more than likely add Call of Duty within that list. People who don't even know about video games probably still know the name Call of Duty. It's talked about everywhere. But that's why I personally believe, and again, it's all personal opinion here, guys. You guys can share your opinions down in the comment section. But I believe that the reason Call of Duty becomes less fun over time for a lot of individuals here is because of that exact reason. It has been out for so long, and they've been abusing the yearly release cycle along with that game being out for the amount of time that it has. I mean, what other game, what other franchise do you know that can milk something year after year after year and stay successful for long periods of time and still maintain that type of income? Yes, there are some things out there, but it is extraordinarily rare, and Call of Duty has somehow, some way been able to maintain that exact thing, to be able to make tons of money every year off of a game, but at the cost of player satisfaction. In this post here, they're saying, horrible spawns and constant camping and, sweating. That is a different topic as well. Skill-based matchmaking is a pain for a lot of individuals. But these complaints have been with Call of Duty for ages now. There's always been campers. There have always been rough spawns, even though the spawns are really whack in this game. But, across the board, we've always had weird spawns all the time within Call of Duty. A lot of the complaints that we have current day are complaints we had in its prime. But I just think that, these complaints are worse. People are leaving the game because there's nothing to bring them back into the experience. There's nothing to really hype them up. I mentioned in my previous video, Call of Duty is like a subscription service. You purchase into it for a new quote-unquote experience every year. And with that mentality, with that mindset, people don't last. The life expectancy of one of these games is so short now because they don't expect you to want to play this game for ages. They don't expect you to probably even return to this game 5-10 years down the road. They are just milking out titles as frequently as possible to maintain that top dollar because they know people are going to buy it. That's why I believe these games are less fun. And you know what? I don't want to go ahead and use the term less fun because I really love Modern Warfare 3. I've said it time and time and time again. Don't let anybody in my comment section ever tell you otherwise, saying that I hate this game or something of that sorts, because I have been enjoying the living heck out of it. Minus, of course, certain other things, and I know matchmaking is definitely a huge negative for a lot of you guys as well. But when it comes down to the fundamentals of this game, it's pretty much everything the community has asked for. More fluent movement, faster paced gameplay, a little bit of a higher time to kill to make it so you can be a bit more aggressive and less campy. They gave us a bunch of OG maps. All the newly designed maps are phenomenal, in my personal opinion, from Sledgehammer Games. A lot of the weapons are really fun. They're working on the live service methods to give us more content at a faster rate. We're getting tons of weekly challenges, tons of events, camos, so on and so forth. There's so many things to go ahead and grind for now within Call of Duty, which is a shocker as well, because I'm so used to Activision being so greedy and making you pay for everything, which obviously they still do. They have $20, $30 bundles, which is ridiculous in a full $70 price title. But I still can't deny the fact that live service has been slowly yet surely improving, and I'm hoping over the course of the next upcoming years, we can see it get better and better. This game has resolved a lot of the issues that we've had with Call of Duty in the past, yet and still, the community is still bored. They're still tired. They still hate it. And I'm not saying that's wrong to do. I'm not saying, you think this game is boring? You're wrong. That's a horrible opinion. Horrible. No, not at all. I'm just saying that they resolved a lot of stuff, but we're still running into the same problems of people getting tired, bored, and leaving the game within 2 to 3 months. We have people who stick around for the camo grind. Maybe they'll try to hit a little bit of a nice rank, whatever else they want to grind out in a Call of Duty game. And again, they're gone. The life expectancy of this game is literally 2 to 3 months. I promise you this, and it happens every single year. And people are shocked, and everybody's saying, the player count is dropping. This happens all the time. I mean, it's not a shocker. It happened with the Jetpack CODs. It happened with Black Ops 4, World War II, Modern Warfare 2019, all the way up to current date. Maybe not as much of Modern Warfare 2019 because that's when we had the COVID boom with Warzone and all that stuff. That helped populate it. But for multiplayer specifically, it's always a decline. The game literally drops. It's popular for a month or two, maybe a few months, and then it instantly just dwindles out in player base. It happens constantly. And I'm telling you, it's because of the yearly releases. Mark my words, 5 to 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, I don't know, however long COD is still relevant, if they are still releasing these games yearly, and they somehow put out, a really great game, I guarantee the community is still going to say it's boring, they're going to get tired, and they're going to leave it after 2 to 3 months. Even a banger. Like, let's say, for example, the Black Ops 2 sequel that's coming out in 2025, I believe. I guarantee that people are going to get tired of it because the games release every single year. Even if it's slight bits of innovation sprinkled here and there, it's not enough time in between titles to make it feel like a significant enough of a jump, because they have tweaked things here and there. They have changed around things, but again, it's not enough time in between titles for anybody to notice. Now, let's say these games released every 3 years. First and foremost, you would have enough time to build a community. So for people who are enjoying the game, they could actually settle down, enjoy it, and build something out of it. The content will feel more loved. It would feel more passion behind it because they know it's not going to be gone in a year or less than a year or a handful of months. The rank is going to matter more to people. The grind's going to matter more. And it might be a rough transition because, people are so used to the yearly cycle of COD. But I guarantee you, you will have more people be happy with the game than angry with it. And you will have more innovation because you'll have years apart to change things. So when a new Call of Duty game drops, everything that they change, everything they innovate upon, as long as the developers can do it in a positive light, like how they did here with Modern Warfare 3, Sledgehammer did a great job with, finding out what the community was craving and implementing it into the game. They did a great job with that. I'll be honest. If they have that type of passion, that type of drive behind a COD title, then we can see absolute bangers. The innovation between game to game would be large enough that it wouldn't, allow you to be bored. You see, back in COD's prime, everybody always says, the OG days were the best. Call of Duty 4 through Black Ops, 2. You have to remember, Call of Duty 4 is literally when COD became extremely relevant. COD 1 through COD 3 were very bare-bone FPS titles. COD 4 is when they finally added streaks and classes, so on and so forth, So COD 4 to BO2, that time period, there's tons of things that you can come up with. It just began. Create a class just began. All these crazy concepts just began. Kill streaks just began. So the amount of creativity that they have from title to title allows them to release a game every single year because the idea and concept is still fresh. But how many years down the road are we right now? Do you think that they're able to come up with consistent, creative ideas like that on a year-to-year basis anymore? No. Again, they feel minor. COD 4 and World at War, that jump to the next era with Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 2 was huge. Going from 3 streaks and bare minimum attachments to having games with a whole catalog of streaks and a whole catalog of cool things to mess around with. Black Ops 1 giving you, the COD point system, which isn't the current COD point system where you pay for, no, none of that garbage. It's in-game currency that you earn to, unlock things and you're creating. Like, all of these things felt innovative, unique when they started to add things into the map to make them more vibrant and alive, like the rocket launch in Black Ops 1 and dropping in tactical nukes in Modern Warfare 2. Those jumps, allow you to feel enough innovation to make the game interesting, to keep you playing. And same thing with moving over to Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2. Enough innovation, enough creativity to keep people playing, to keep people connected. But year after year after year after year, they keep dropping them. And I'm telling you, that is the reason why people are not having as much fun. And I guarantee if they went ahead and they gave us a couple to a few years in between these titles, these ideas where people are getting bored and having not as much fun throughout the life cycle of a COD game would definitely be less, and you would see less of this stuff, thrown around on social media. But again, that's just my idea. That's my concept. Leave your opinions down below in the comment section. Obviously, I love reading them all. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell if you want to be notified for more content just like this. And last but not least, if you do want to see any of my live streams or interact with me in other ways, I do have a Kick channel where I stream daily besides Sundays. I go live around 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and I got a link to that down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.